and you had the like perfect strategy, and you still did not follow through with any of it. So today I'm not going to give you like a new plan and a new strategy. I'm going to give you the thing that makes whatever plan you already have actually work. So let's get into it because a few weeks ago I broke down three things that determine whether you actually change. I didn't make these up myself. I heard these from Tony Robbins. There are the three S's. They are your state, your story, and your strategy. And I'm victim of this myself, to where most people, including me, go straight into strategy when they have problems. It's the plan, it's the program, it's the diet. And we're always just trying to chase the best thing. I think it's honestly just because when there's like so much information out there, like, I don't know, we just want the best thing. But your state comes first. And I want to come back to this because, again, this is what truly matters. The difference between like a plan that works and a plan that just sits there and not get used. So again, like, what is a refresher? What is your state? Your state is simple. It is your physical posture and your emotional energy in the exact moment. Your physical posture and your emotional energy. Emotional energy, like positive, neutral, and negative. So you're slumped over. You see that sexual assault victim, they're like slouched over, shoulders rolled forward, head down, crouched over. Like they're more likely going to be in a negative state, right? But if you see someone in a posture that's more upright, shoulders back, chest out, head held high, like they're going to be more engaged. They're going to be more positive. And the truth is that no matter how good your strategy is, if your state is off, you won't execute it. I mean, how many times have you not done the workout or not followed your eating plan because you were unmotivated? You were tired. Okay. So I'm not going to give you like a new workout plan. I'm going to give you three specific tactics, things that you can do right now in the moment to shift your state. So whatever plan you already have, it actually has a chance for you to use it. And this was applicable for me because, like recently, like a few months back, like I was in a slump with business. I'm not, it doesn't matter me going into all the details, but my brain had just started started spinning a story. I started creating a story for myself because that's what happens whether we are in a positive state or a negative state. That's the second S. We tell ourselves a story. Things that are subjective to our beliefs, nothing that's factual. And I started thinking about like, oh, maybe I'm not a great coach. Like, oh, like, what if I don't bring the value or people don't see it? Or like, what if maybe just be easier if I just go get a job? And like telling myself that I'd feel like giving up, and like just like if I were to do that, I'd just be taking a step backwards. If I just go out and get a job, that means I'm giving up on my business, and it's a step backwards from the growth of I want to take. And I've been getting coaching for 5 years, and I was on a call with my own coach, and he just, I told him at the beginning of the call, like, to have it treat like almost like a therapy session. And he jokingly said that he's not a licensed therapist, but he's willing to hear me out, help me out. And when I was spinning and I was telling him all these circumstances that were going on in my story, he stopped me. Not necessarily of just what I was saying, but how I was sitting. Slouched over, shoulders rolled forward, head down, and he pointed something else out. Like the way I was talking, like I was using very like poetic and dramatic like analogies. And he said, like, like while they all like, but the way you're saying it, you're making these like all sound super valid, and you're painting this picture. So like it's like almost like sounding like I was writing the script for a movie. And at the ending, I had already written it was just going to end up being a very bad ending of this movie. And then he told me to do something else. It's something super simple. Like he told me to stay in my exact posture. And if you're able to do this, I'd ask of you to do the same exercise. Like get into a posture where you're like slumped over, head is down, shoulders rolled forward, like rounded back, and try very hard to feel grateful. Like to try to like actually think about gratitude of everything that's going on in your life while your head is down, shoulders rolled forward, rolled back. It felt dang near impossible. My body was like in a defeated position, and my mind followed it. Again, like you see, I mean, you're a cop. You read nonverbal behavior all the time. You see, victims, again, rightfully so, when they're in that mindset of that being a victim, like they're in that posture. So I just, as soon as he pointed it out, like I sat up straight. I imagine like my spine and vertebrae like stacking tall, as if like my vertebrae, I'm just trying to separate them, like trying to get tall. Shoulders rolled back, chest out, and like immediately, just I felt like I was already in a better mood, and I didn't say anything else, really think anything else. I just changed my posture. So my posture gave away my state to my coach before I even like said that I was feeling defeated out loud. By me changing it, like it was the first domino for me to actually start feeling better. So I'm going to talk about that today. So some of the easy tactics that you can like, move forward so that you can change your state. Again, I think most people get this backwards. They think that they got to fix their mind first, and then their body's going to follow. And it works the other way around. Like if your body and your mind aren't separate, and if you change one, the other will follow. And that's exactly what happened on that coaching call. So again, the simplest one, like I just did, and you can do this anywhere, whether you're at home, sitting in the squad car, you're at your desk at work, the office, whatever. Like, just sit up straighter. Have your shoulders rolled back. Stand up tall. Like the people who are like, oh, like, well, I feel unmotivated. Well, yeah, you're sitting in the recliner. Or when you wake up out of, your alarm clock wakes you up and you're in bed, like, oh, I'm just unmotivated. Well, yet you're still laying in bed trying to debate whether you should go work out or not when you're laying in bed. Okay, so it sounds too simple to matter, but try feeling defeated while standing tall with your shoulders rolled back. Or try to feel grateful when you're slumped over and your head is down, like we talked about. Your physiology drives your psychology. And another thing that you can do is just when you have a little more privacy or a bigger reset's needed, just like get your body moving, like jump up and down, like throw your hands in the air, or throwing fist bumps in the air, like you're at your favorite concert, or you're jamming to music in the shower. Maybe I'm just the only one that sings in the shower. I don't know. Dance around like an idiot for like 10 seconds if you have to. Like nobody's watching. And even if they were, like, who cares? Like the goal isn't to look cool. It's to like physically interrupt that slumped, stuck energy your body's been holding on to. And movement changes your state faster than almost anything else. Like, so get your body moving. Again, like jumping up and down, throw your hands in the air. So before you touch your workout plan, just make sure, before you touch your food, like check your posture. Check whether your body's in a state that you can actually support that follow through. Okay. Now here's another simple one, but you've heard this before. Like the second tactic is your breath. Like I'm not going to give you like some complicated breathing pattern to memorize. But when you're stressed, I mean, like again, like you're just not feeding your brain oxygen. And it's just going to be very much harder to make decisions for the better as your breathing's like rapid and shallow, or you're just in your own head with all those racing thoughts and just gaining like what do you want to call it? Internal focus, just giving it a separate focus, which is your breath, can perhaps stop this pattern loop in your head. So you can do like four, you can do box breathing, you can do 4-7-8, whatever. Like for me, I just focus on my exhale being longer than my inhale. Because with every inhale that you do, that your heartbeat slowly increases. For every exhale that you do, it slowly decreases. So if I can make my exhale longer than my inhale, it would lower my heart rate. So breathe in for a few seconds and breathe out slower than what you inhaled. And that's it. And the deeper breathing, so the longer inhale and then longer exhale, like you're going to start, your nervous system's just going to start relaxing. It's going to start feeling safe. It's the quickest way to calm your body in that moment. Again, you can obviously do this anywhere. You can do this anywhere. And if you were to pair it well with your posture reset, you've already shifted that in a matter of like 30 seconds. Okay. So I've given you like physical tactics, and then now say so more mental reframes. So that way that you can get yourself out of a slump, when you are in it. So physical resets, as we mentioned, like I if you're able to, like again, I would do that right away. There's no reason why you can't fix your posture. Maybe you just can't jump up and down and dance while you're on duty, unless you want to be the TikTok dancing cop. But if your self-talk is negative, you're just going to slide right back into it. So even if you try these physical changes with your body, like if your negative self-talk is going to, that's that story, a negative story that you tell yourself is going to drive whether you're in a positive or negative emotional state. So like just two simple questions I use for myself that has helped me. Like when something happens to me and my brain immediately interprets it as negative. I literally did this this morning with my toddler. Wasn't listening to me, so of course he just wants to run to mom. And this is why I was like cooking breakfast. And then I was just, so I interpret it as negative. And then it was like, I just asked myself one question, like, how is this positive? And I will challenge my thinking that I need to find I'll make myself find at least one real answer as to why it's positive. And for me, like with this morning, I'm like, well, then now I can cook my breakfast faster without any interruptions. That is a positive thing. The more positive things I can stack up, 3 would be great. But you can't do it. Like, just don't do like fake positivity. I mean, that's not going to work. Like, make yourself stop and think for an actual, honest, positive answer. And your brain, so when you start feeding your brain like ways to be positive, your energy will go that way. If cops were really good at training in the negative, I get it, because that's the work environment that we put ourselves in. But then we're just always going to find the negative. So if you ask, like, why does this always happen to me? It's kind of negative, right? It'll find evidence for that. But if you ask, like, well, how is this positive? You'll start finding evidence for that instead. It's the same brain, different question. You're going to come up with different answers. The second reframe then that I ask is, I heard this acronym in the academy, and it's WIN. So we all want to be winners. So if you want to win, just answer yourself like, what's important now? What's important now? Not tomorrow, not yesterday, not like in a few hours. What's important now? Like this one's great for like anxiety about the future. You're thinking about something in the future and it's just making you feel anxious. Or if you have a little bit of regret about thinking about the past. Well, I talked myself out of doing a workout yesterday and I feel unmotivated or I feel like I failed, whatever. But okay, that was yesterday. What's important now? Your brain wants to spiral into the what if this happens or I should have done that differently. But again, when pulls you out of both directions. Not what's important in 6 months, not what happened yesterday. What is important in this moment now? And usually, the honest answer is something small and can be very doable. Guys, just get through this call. Finish this set in my workout. Or I put on my tennis shoes to go for the run. To not, I put down the spoon, when I'm just like want to scarf down another pint of ice cream. And like that's the whole point. Shrinking's an overwhelming problem down to the next right action. Okay. So bring it all together. Like this is your toolkit. Your physical reset is like your posture and just getting some movement in. Your breath, make your exhale longer than your inhale. And like their self-talk. How is this positive? Not is this like how is it positive? And when, like what's important now? See, none of these like replaces your workout plan or your meal plan, but it is what makes you actually able to do them. And the next time you catch yourself spiraling out of control, the next time that you're just in a low moment, you're feeling slumped, or you're about to skip something, you know what you should be doing. Run through these. It can take you like literally less than a minute. It might be the difference between actually following through with the workout or the eating plan you should be doing, or just skipping it altogether. So if this was helpful, I'd love to hear from you, on Facebook or Instagram. And if you want more of this stuff, I teach all these like tactical, practical things that you can use immediately inside my Fit Cop Squad room. This is my free community that's off of social media. So, Meta can stay out of our business. Not only you can connect with other cops who are also looking to kill the out of shape stereotype, but you also can get access to like live weekly trainings as well as my top resources. So there's no pressure, but the link is going to be in the show notes if you ever want to check it out. So as we close out, fix your posture, your breath, and your self-talk. If you fix your state, and then your plan actually has a chance. Now that's it for today. I'll see you all next week.